How's everybody's brain doing today? Is it working real well? I hope so. Are you remembering? Are you remembering these? Okay, we're going to be working on again today and over again until it becomes natural with you, okay? It's not part of life on Honduras to really think about these things. We're in the United States. It's part of everyday life, okay? But before we start that, let's look at our clock, okay? Remember, how many hours are in a day? 24, right? 24 hours in a day. Clock goes around 2 times. 12 and 12 are 24. How many minutes in an hour? Allison, how many minutes are in an hour? There's 60 minutes in the hour, right? Okay, we count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. When the hand is at the bottom, we say 30. 5, 30, 6, 30, 7, 30. Remember, when it's down at the bottom, and what do you have to remember? The little hand is between the two numbers, right? You do the number it passed, not the number it's going to. It didn't get to the 7 yet, so it is still 6. Your hour 6, 6:30, right? Okay, half an hour has 30 minutes. Okay, here we go. Juice boxes. Juice boxes are 1 cup, right? 1 cup. But if we have Sula orange juice, what do we call that? We call that a pint. We call it a pint. And how many cups are in Sula? 2, right? 2 cups are in your pint. Your quart, this is your milk box, right? Some of you drink it out of a red one, some out of a purple one, right? Okay, your milk box is a quart. The milk box is a quart. It has 4 cups of milk in it, okay? So for however many children in your family, that tells how many of these you're going to need. Some of you might drink polvo, and then your mama has to decide, okay, how much water do we put in the pitcher? I want this much water. So how much polvo do I put in, right? Okay. Then our big one is the gallon, right? The quantity comes in, the big one. When I lived in the United States, we got our milk in the big one because we drank lots of milk at our house, okay? Milk's very good for you. It's good for your teeth. It makes them nice and hard and strong so you don't get cavities, and it's very good for your bones so when you fall, you don't get, your bones don't break. Kids need lots and lots of milk, okay? 1 gallon has how many quarts? Quart. It's like our quarters, okay? Quarters, it means 4, okay? 4 quarts in our gallon, okay? 4 quarts in a gallon. And the quart gets 4 cups, 2 pints, right? Okay, let's take out our paper for today. Top part's easy. Just write the number that comes before and after. Too easy. The next part here, we have 3 figures. Okay? It says mark under the shape that is divided in half. In half, right? Which one of those is divided in half? That's too easy, right? Because is this one in half? Are both sides the same? Right? Okay. Down here. Circle 1/2 dozen cookies. Okay, you're going to the bakery and you want to buy 1/2 dozen cookies. How many do you buy? Okay, how many things are in a dozen? Saudi, how many things are in 1 dozen? A docena. How many things are in a dozen? 12. Good. Okay, Dariel, if there are 12 things in a docena, in a dozen, how many things, dose, right? Docena. There are 12 things in a dozen. How many things are in half of a dozen, Dariel? How many? We have 6 things in half a dozen, right? Okay, so you need to circle 1/2 dozen, okay? Down here at the bottom of your paper. Okay, over on this side, you're going to draw a line from this side to this side, okay? 2 pints. We have 2 pints. How much does 2 pints make? Does it make 1 pint? That doesn't make sense. How about 1 gallon? Or 1 quart? Which one is it? Draw the line to the right one. Okay, what if you have 2 cups? Is 2 cups 1 pint, 1 gallon, or 1 quart? And then the bottom one is 4 quarts. You have 4 quarts. Is that 1 cup? 1 pint, 1 gallon, or 1 quart? Okay, draw your lines for which one they are, okay? This side. Top's easy, right? Over here, here's directions over here. Circle the number that is greatest, underline the number that is least, okay? Big number, circle, little number, underline, okay? Over here, how are you doing on your thermometers? Remember, we count by 2s, right? So you go over here to 30, right? So how many is it? Once you pass the 30, count. How many is it? Okay? Down here at the bottom, it says count from 171 to 200. And this part in the bottom, right? Okay. Working on the 9 families now. 4 plus how many makes 9? You know that. That's easy, right? 4 plus how many makes 7? Okay, fill those in at the bottom. Easy work today, right? But the big thing is remembering. Getting used to using these. Getting used to your clock. And getting used to the thermometer. Count by 2s. I wish I could see your papers so I could know whether you understand it, you're getting it. Some children just, it doesn't make sense. I have a granddaughter that is 1 year older than you. And she had this book. And she just, for some reason, it just didn't make any sense. And she's very, very, very smart. But for some reason, it just wasn't making any sense. And her daddy would be so frustrated. It's like, what is so hard about this? So if you don't understand it, that's what I need to know, okay? But you just, whatever your numbers, then just count 2 past that, okay? Not hard, easy, easy. I learned it when I was your age, but we had one of these outside our house. So I grew up with one. And we always, how cold is it today? How hot is it? It's hot. How hot is it today? So it was part of life for me. It's not for you, but it doesn't mean it's hard. It's very, very simple. Because I think I learned to do this when I was maybe 5. I don't know. It seems like I always knew how to do it. Okay? So just, you read it. You guys are smart. Just because you've never seen it, just because you don't have one around, doesn't mean it's hard. Okay? It just means that not part of life. Okay? So that's it. Do your work and have a good weekend.